Hello and welcome to The Briefing, brought to you by Cyber Team 1. Today is the 22nd of July, 2026. In the next 10 minutes, we'll cut through the noise and bring you the cybersecurity intelligence that matters most to business leaders and defenders. Before we start, a quick word on what this is. Every edition covers the most significant cyber events from the past 7 days. We don't publish every day, so think of this as your regular catch-up, the handful of stories that actually change your risk, not a running newsfeed. And we're speaking to business leaders here, so we'll keep the jargon light and explain anything technical as we go. This week has one clear theme, and it's worth saying up front. The gap between a flaw being discovered and criminals attacking it has almost disappeared. Several major products went from "here's a problem" to "attackers are using it" in a matter of hours or days. That changes how fast you need to move. Let's walk through it. First, Microsoft SharePoint. If your organization runs SharePoint on its own servers, what we call on-premises, pay close attention. On the 14th of July, Microsoft revealed a serious flaw that attackers were already using before a fix existed. That's what's known as a zero-day, a newly discovered software flaw that hackers can abuse before a repair is available. This particular flaw lets an attacker take control of the server without needing a password. The US cybersecurity agency, CISA, added it to its list of actively exploited flaws on the 16th and told federal agencies to fix it within 3 days. Why does this matter to you? SharePoint usually holds an organization's most sensitive internal documents, so the questions for your team are simple. Do we run SharePoint on our own servers? And if so, has it been patched since the 14th? And here's the part people miss. Patching closes the door, but it doesn't remove someone who's already inside. So you also need to check for signs that someone got in. If there's a chance you were exploited, the security team should rotate the server's secret keys and actively hunt for hidden backdoors. Next, ServiceNow. This is the platform many large organizations use to run their IT support, HR, and internal workflows. A critical flaw in its newer AI platform lets an attacker run their own code without logging in. ServiceNow fixed its cloud-hosted customers back in April and released a fix for self-hosted customers on the 13th of July. Then, on the 19th, attackers started using it in the real world, just days after the patch. The key distinction here is who's responsible. If you use ServiceNow's cloud, the vendor handled it. If you run it yourself, it's on you, and you need to confirm that patch went on before the 19th. Because ServiceNow connects into so many other systems, a break in there can become a stepping stone deeper into your network. In another development, SonicWall. These are the remote access devices that let staff connect to the office network from home. SonicWall warned on the 14th of July that attackers were exploiting 2 flaws in its SMA 1000 appliances. One of them rated the maximum possible severity. Think of these devices as the front door for remote workers. If an attacker gets through that door, they can often reach the whole network, sidestepping your other defenses. It's a common first step before a ransomware attack. The action is straightforward. If you use these appliances, update them now and check that no one has quietly added an administrator account. Now let's turn to something closer to home for Australian businesses. The Australian Cybersecurity Centre has a live critical alert out about a large-scale campaign hitting websites, specifically the content management systems that run them, like WordPress. Attackers are automatically scanning for vulnerable sites and planting what's called a web shell, a hidden script that gives them remote control of the website. Many small and medium Australian businesses have been caught, and this isn't theoretical. On the 21st of July, CISA confirmed 2 WordPress flaws are being actively exploited. So why should a business leader care? A hijacked website can be defaced, used to steal customer or payment data, or used to spread malware to your visitors. For a smaller business, that website might be your main way of making money. Ask your team, who manages our website? Is it fully up to date, including plugins and themes? And if it were quietly compromised, would we even notice? And make sure every website and hosting login uses multi-factor authentication. Next, a supply chain story with a big name attached. Ernst & Young, EY, confirmed that an unauthorized party accessed one of its IT support tools between late March and mid-April this year and downloaded client tax and investment documents. The important lesson isn't about EY specifically, it's that sensitive data was lost through a support tool, not the core systems. Every organization shares confidential information with advisors, auditors, and outsourced providers. So this is your prompt to ask, which of our partners hold our sensitive data, and are they contractually required to tell us quickly if they're breached? Let me also cover two developments from Australia's regulators and government. First, the privacy regulator, the OAIC, closed its inquiry into last year's Qantas breach, which affected more than 5 million customers. It decided there wasn't enough evidence to launch a formal investigation, finding that Qantas had taken reasonable steps and responded quickly. Now, that breach itself started with a phone scam. Attackers called an overseas contact centre, pretended to be IT support, and talked their way in. The takeaway for boards is encouraging. Strong, well-documented security governance and a fast response genuinely affect how regulators treat you. Second, the Australian Cyber Security Centre co-signed a warning on the 14th about Russian state-linked hackers targeting poorly configured network devices in critical infrastructure. If you run critical services, that's a direct nudge to review the security of your routers and edge devices. Before we wrap, a word on the sheer volume of fixes. July brought major security updates from Microsoft, SAP, Adobe, Zoom, VMware, and Splunk. Collectively hundreds of flaws, several already under attack. The practical issue for most organizations isn't knowing about the patches, it's having the capacity to apply them fast enough. That's a resourcing conversation worth having at the leadership level. And one to watch on the horizon, researchers have reported ransomware built specifically to lock up artificial intelligence assets, the models, data, and training sets that some businesses now depend on. It's early days, and we treat it as an emerging signal rather than a present danger. But it's a reminder that if AI systems are becoming business critical, they need the same backup and recovery discipline as everything else. So, to wrap up, what are the takeaways this week? 1. The time to patch internet-facing systems has collapsed to days or hours, so speed matters more than ever. 2. Patching isn't the finish line. If a system was exposed, you need to hunt for intruders and rotate secrets. 3. Your risk increasingly sits with third parties and with your public website, not just your core network. And 4. The fundamentals, multi-factor authentication, tested backups, and knowing who holds your data remain your best defense. That's it for this edition of The Briefing. Stay alert, verify the facts, ask the hard questions, and we'll see you in the next one.